Brother Rashid Omar, he's going to read our statement today. Thank you, Brother Rashid.
Kia ora. Tina koutou, tina koutou, tina koutou katoa. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today has seen the release of the report of the Royal Commission of Inquiry into the terrorist attack and the Christchurch Mosque. We would like to acknowledge the work of the commissioners and staff on this report and the contribution to all those who took part. We have waited a long time to find out what really happened and why. While the courts dealt appropriately with the terrorists, the affected families, survivors, witnesses have not had their question answered, particularly the question of accountability. Though the report brought hard memories, it answers some of those questions, however, not all. We note the finding that there were some shortcomings related to the approval of the terrorist firearm license, as well as the validity and reliability of the terrorist referees. The whānau of the deceased, bullet injured, and witnesses want to know who is accountable for the shortcomings. We also note the information about terrorist accidental discharge of the weapon and visit to the hospital to attend his injuries. However, we further note that this was not reported to the police. Overall, we support the recommendation of the Royal Commission of Inquiry and look forward to working proactively, cooperatively to ensure that they are implemented. We welcome the recommendation on changes to the firearms licensing process. We also acknowledge the inappropriate concentration of the threat of Islamist terrorism in the past and welcome the recommendation to improve New Zealand counter-terrorism effort. We have been asking for more targeted and collaborative support for the recovery of the direct victims and the community, and we are supportive of the recommendation for a single agency to manage all interaction with affected families. The victims and their families continue to live with a horrible tragedy. We need to be supported so each can proudly serve New Zealand as true ambassadors of coexistence, tolerance, and harmony. The very spirit of Muslim communities' response in the aftermath of this colossal tragedy. There is much work to be done on building the supporting social cohesion and inclusion for all people, and we look forward to working with the responsible minister to implement the proposed recommendations. With serious concerns about the suppression order detailed in the minutes of 26 November 2020, and we request the government to reconsider this. We will take some time to digest the full report and respond more fully in due course. We look forward to engaging further with the government on their response to the report and the issues raised as to why and how the attacks happened. It is important that the victims and their immediate family members have a continued dialogue with the government so the victims' whānau have a better grasp for the matter to maintain harmony in the dialogue. As representative, we want all agencies to acknowledge our presence and consider us as the first point of contact via our email. We take this moment to thank the New Zealand government, all Muslims and non-Muslim agencies and individuals for their support to the victims. We would like also to take this opportunity to remember the shuhada who lost their life those who were injured, and the traumatized. I want to read a little bit of prayer for everyone. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. Amin, Amin, Ya Rabbal Alamin. Kia kaha, everyone. Namihi noi. Thank you for attending.
Thank you all for coming.